targeting families and kids and redefining what it means to be an American is just not who we are. We're better than that.
New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres is pushing back just one day into President Trump's second term. The commander-in-chief, of course, signed dozens of executive orders hours after taking the oath of office yesterday.
And of course, one of them attempts to eliminate the long-standing aspect of birthright citizenship. AG Torres joins 17 other states, along with Washington, D.C., in a new lawsuit to try and stop that from happening.
Monica Logronio spoke with him today about the pushback. Monica.
Trevor, Tessa, this particular executive order is controversial because of the birthright citizenship is in the Constitution. Take a look. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution declares all people born in the United States are citizens. It's been in place for more than 150 years since the Civil War. Now, President Trump argues the amendment, quote, has never been interpreted to extend citizenship universally to everyone born within the United States. Now, under his executive order, it would limit citizenship to people who have at least one U.S. citizen parent or a parent that's a permanent U.S. resident, meaning if someone enters the U.S. illegally and has a child within our borders, that child would not be a U.S. citizen. Attorney General Raul Torres argues the order is unconstitutional and un-American.
We have to remember what it means for a president to threaten to take away the most basic guarantees of people who are as committed to this country as anyone. There is, frankly, in my judgment, there's no such thing as a birthright citizen. We don't have that in this country. We have citizens.
Torres, along with Democratic attorneys general in 17 other states and Washington, D.C., filed a lawsuit today challenging President Trump's executive order. The goal is to invalidate it and block any actions to enforce it. I asked AG Torres about next steps.
We would get a federal judge to issue an order ordering federal agencies not to comply with the executive order. Hopefully that would be a permanent injunction, and that would be the end of it. I mean, certainly the parties would have an opportunity, if they lost, to appeal it potentially to the circuit court or even to the United States Supreme Court.
Now, a handful of other states have filed a similar lawsuit, along with several civil rights groups like the ACLU. Although executive orders have the force of the law, that doesn't mean they're untouchable.
There are still some checks and balances. Most likely people bringing cases to court to challenge the legality of an executive order. In the case of birthright citizenship, people were anticipating, governors and so forth were anticipating that he was going to do this, so they've mobilized ahead of time. So they're going to file a suit to block it from going into effect.
Typically, executive orders take place immediately, but this one won't. Instead, it is set to go into effect on February 19th and impact any babies born starting that day. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out in the courts. Tessa, Trevor?